If you're over 60 and struggling with stubborn belly fat, what I'm about to share might change how you think about weight loss forever. For years, you've probably been told that cardio is the answer. Walk more, run more, sweat more, push harder. But here's the quiet truth many seniors are discovering far too late. After 60, your body just doesn't respond to fat loss the same way it did at 40 or even 50. And forcing more and more cardio can actually make that belly fat more stubborn, not less. I want you to hear this loud and clear. This is not your fault. As we age, our bodies go through a lot of changes. Hormones shift, muscle mass naturally declines. Our sensitivity to insulin changes. Stress hormones, like cortisol, can stay elevated for longer. The result is a body that clings to fat, especially around the belly, even when you feel like you're eating less and moving more than ever before. And that belly fat isn't just a cosmetic issue, it's the deeper, visceral fat that wraps around your vital organs. It can interfere with your blood sugar control, increase inflammation throughout your body, and quietly steal your energy, your balance, and your confidence. I hear the same story from so many adults over 60. I barely eat anything, but my belly just keeps growing. Or, I walk every single day, but nothing changes on the scale. And the most common one, I just feel tired, sore, and completely discouraged. So here is the reassurance you need to hear. You are not broken. Your metabolism is not ruined beyond repair. You absolutely do not need extreme workouts, punishing long cardio sessions, or routines that leave you feeling defeated. What you need is a different strategy altogether. In fact, modern surgeons and metabolic specialists are now agreeing on something that might sound surprising. For seniors, effective and sustainable fat loss begins in the kitchen, not on the treadmill. It all starts with what you eat, when you eat, and how your meals communicate a message of safety to your aging metabolism. Think about it this way. When your body feels stressed, it goes into survival mode and stores fat. But when your body feels nourished, safe, and stable, it feels secure enough to release that stored fat. Often, for an aging body, long or intense cardio sessions signal stress. That physical stress raises your cortisol levels. And what does cortisol do? It tells your body to protect its fat reserves, especially the ones right around your midsection. Food, on the other hand, can send the complete opposite message. The right eating patterns can gently lower insulin levels, calm inflammation, protect your precious muscle mass, and support the very hormones that tell your body it's safe to finally let go of that stored fat. And yes, that includes the belly fat you might have been carrying around for years. This is exactly why so many seniors are now successfully losing inches without running, without jumping, and without completely exhausting themselves. They aren't exercising less out of laziness, they are eating smarter, out of wisdom. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain exactly why that old advice stops working after 60. We'll look at the common, everyday eating habits that secretly block fat loss, no matter how hard you try. And most importantly, I'll share a simple, surgeon-approved way of eating that can help your body begin to release that stubborn belly fat naturally, starting over the next 30 days. There are no extreme rules, no starvation, and no fear involved. But first, you need to understand one critical mistake that almost every senior makes with their food. A mistake that keeps that belly fat locked firmly in place. And once you see it, I promise you, you will never look at your meals the same way again. Stay with me. If you're over 60 and struggling to lose that stubborn belly fat, I have a wake-up call for you. What if I told you that most of the advice you've been following is actually making the problem worse? To understand how to finally melt that fat away, we have to clear up a very dangerous misunderstanding. Most seniors are still eating and exercising as if they are 40 years old, but your body at 60, 70, or even 80 plays by a completely different set of rules. As we age, 3 major changes quietly reshape how your body stores and burns fat. First, let's talk about insulin sensitivity. Think of insulin as a key that unlocks your cells to let sugar in for energy. When you're younger, your cells are very responsive. But as you age, they become a bit slower, a little less sensitive. This means insulin has to knock longer and louder, staying elevated in your bloodstream. And what does high insulin tell your body? It screams one single command: store fat. And its favorite place to store it is right around your belly. Every time you have a sugary snack, a glass of sweetened iced tea, or a large late-night meal, you're keeping insulin high and locking that belly fat in place. The second major change is muscle loss. After age 60, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle if we don't actively work to keep it. Why does this matter so much? Because muscle is your metabolic engine. It burns calories and fat, even when you're just sitting and reading a book. Less muscle means a slower metabolism. Many seniors, out of habit or fear of gaining weight, actually eat too little protein, which only makes this muscle loss worse. Without that active muscle tissue, your body clings to fat for survival. And third, we have cortisol, the stress hormone. Now, what stresses out a body over 60, it might surprise you. Those long, grinding cardio sessions, skipping meals to save calories, not getting enough sleep, and of course, chronic worry. All of these things crank up your cortisol levels. In younger folks, cortisol might spike and then quickly come back down, but in seniors, it tends to stay elevated for much longer, and cortisol's primary mission is to store fat directly on your abdomen. This is exactly why walking for hours, eating less, and pushing your body harder often backfires after 60. You're accidentally telling your body to hold on to the very fat you're trying to lose. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the most common food mistakes that keep seniors stuck? Mistake number 1 is eating too often. The old advice was to eat small, frequent meals to stoke the metabolic fire. But in reality, for a body with decreased insulin sensitivity, this just keeps insulin elevated all day long. Your body never gets a break. It never gets the signal to switch from storing fat to burning it. Mistake number 2 is starting your day with sugar and refined carbs. That bowl of cereal, that piece of toast with jam, that glass of orange juice, or even that flavored yogurt, they all cause a massive insulin spike first thing in the morning. This essentially locks your body in fat storage mode for hours. You've set the wrong metabolic tone for the entire day. Mistake number 3 is fearing healthy fats. For decades, we were told to avoid fat. So what did we replace it with? Sugar and starches. The truth is, healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil are essential. They help balance your hormones, keep you feeling full and satisfied, and create a calm metabolic state. Without them, you feel hungrier, and fat loss grinds to a halt. Mistake number 4 is under-eating protein. This is a huge one. Protein is the building block for preserving that precious muscle we talked about. It also stabilizes your blood sugar and is incredibly effective at making you feel full. The surprising fact is that seniors actually need more protein per pound of body weight than younger adults, not less, to fight off muscle loss. And finally, mistake number 5, eating heavy meals late at night. As the day goes on, our insulin sensitivity naturally decreases even more. That big dinner or those late-night snacks are far more likely to be shuttled directly into your belly fat stores compared to a meal eaten earlier in the day. Now, I want to be crystal clear. None of these mistakes are about a lack of willpower. They are the result of following outdated advice that simply doesn't apply anymore. Surgeons who work with older adults see this every single day. The moment their patients change the timing and the type of food they eat, that stubborn belly fat begins to release, often without any aggressive exercise at all. This doesn't mean you should become a couch potato. Gentle movement like walking, stretching, and light strength training is still incredibly important for your circulation, balance, and joint health. But the key takeaway is this. For you, fat loss is no longer driven by how much you sweat. It is driven by the metabolic signals you send your body with your food. In my next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to eat in a way that tells your body it is safe, supported, and ready to let go of belly fat. We'll go through it step by step with simple habits that are realistic for your daily life and designed specifically for you, an adult over 60. These habits don't overwhelm your system, they work with it. And when your body finally feels supported, fat loss becomes a natural, effortless consequence. Alright, let's talk about what actually works. Forget the extreme rules and rigid diets. I'm going to share some daily eating habits designed to calm your metabolism, protect your muscle, and gently encourage that stubborn belly fat to release over time. Think of this as teaching your body that it's safe again. First up, habit 1. Start your day with protein, not sugar. After 60, breakfast sets the metabolic tone for your entire day. When you start with sugar or refined carbs, your insulin spikes and your body immediately flips into fat storage mode. This leads to energy crashes and leaves you feeling hungry again in no time. Instead, begin with protein. It stabilizes blood sugar, lowers those insulin spikes, protects muscle, and reduces cravings later in the day. You don't need huge portions, just consistency. Think eggs, Greek yogurt without added sugar, cottage cheese, or even a simple protein smoothie. Add a little healthy fat like avocado or nuts. This kind of breakfast tells your body, there's no emergency, you are nourished. That message is more important than the calories. Habit 2. Eat 2 or 3 structured meals, not constant snacks. As we get older, our bodies benefit from gentle breaks between eating. Constantly snacking keeps your insulin elevated, and elevated insulin is like a bodyguard for belly fat. By eating 2 or 3 balanced meals a day, you allow your insulin levels to fall. When insulin falls, fat burning can finally begin. This isn't about aggressive fasting, it's about intentional spacing. Most seniors do great with a protein-rich breakfast, a balanced lunch, and an earlier, lighter dinner. If you really need a snack, make it protein-based. Avoid grazing on crackers or sweets. Your body needs calm, not constant stimulation. Next, habit 3. Build every single meal around protein first. At each meal, ask yourself one simple question. Where's the protein? Protein is the anchor for everything else. After 60, getting enough protein is critical for preserving muscle, and muscle is key for managing blood sugar. Good blood sugar control is what helps release belly fat. Aim for a palm-sized portion of protein at each meal: fish, poultry, beans, lentils, tofu, you name it. Don't worry about perfection, just focus on its presence. When your protein intake is adequate, your appetite naturally regulates. You'll feel satisfied sooner and stay full longer, which reduces overeating without even trying. Habit 4. Add healthy fats without fear. For years we were told fat was the enemy, but healthy fats are actually messengers. They tell your body that food is abundant and safe, which lowers stress hormones like cortisol. Lower stress hormones mean less belly fat storage. So include small amounts of healthy fats at your meals: olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. These fats slow digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and crush the urge to snack. Just be sure to avoid heavily processed oils and fried foods. Remember, fat doesn't make you fat, hormonal chaos does. Habit 5. Eat your dinner earlier and make it lighter. As we age, our bodies process food differently at night. Insulin sensitivity drops and digestion slows down, meaning a late, heavy meal is much more likely to be stored as fat. Try to eat dinner at least 3 hours before you go to bed, and keep it lighter than your lunch. Focus on protein and vegetables, maybe with a little healthy fat, but try to reduce starches in the evening. This simple shift often leads to a noticeable reduction in belly bloat within weeks and better sleep, which is a huge supporter of fat loss. Habit 6 is simple: drink water before meals. Mild dehydration is incredibly common in seniors and is often mistaken for hunger. Before each meal, just drink a glass of water. It improves digestion and can help you avoid overeating. And please avoid sweetened beverages and juices. They spike your insulin and add tons of hidden calories. Water, herbal tea, or plain coffee are your best friends here. Finally, habit 7, practice gentle consistency for 30 days. Your body doesn't need a shock to the system, it needs reassurance. Follow these habits consistently, not perfectly, but consistently, for 1 month. You'll likely notice your pants fitting looser, less bloating, more stable energy, and a calmer appetite. The scale might move slowly, and that's okay. Belly fat releases gradually when your hormones are respected. This approach protects your joints, preserves your strength, and works with your age, not against it. In the final part, we'll talk about mindset, patience, and why it is never too late to reclaim comfort and confidence in your body. If you're over 60 and feeling discouraged about your body, I need you to hear this very clearly. Your age is not the problem. Your body is not failing you. It has simply been asking for a different kind of care all along. For years, you might have pushed yourself with rules that just don't fit anymore. Rules like eat less, move more, try harder. And when the results didn't come, frustration set in. I get it, but the body you have today is wiser. It's different. It responds best to nourishment, to calm, and to consistency. When you start eating in a way that stabilizes your blood sugar, protects your precious muscle, and lowers your stress levels, your body finally begins to cooperate. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be some dramatic, jaw-dropping transformation, but it will happen steadily and, most importantly, safely. That stubborn belly fat that once felt permanent will start to soften. You'll notice your clothes feeling just a little more comfortable. Movement will feel easier, less of a chore, and your energy will return without you having to force it with caffeine or willpower. This journey is not about chasing the body you had when you were younger. It's about supporting the incredible body you have right now. So many seniors worry they've waited too long, that the damage has already been done, and that real, meaningful change is no longer possible for them. That belief is simply not true. The human body is remarkably responsive at any age, as long as it feels safe and supported. Think of it like this: small, simple changes that you repeat every single day create powerful signals. These are signals that tell your metabolism, hey, you're supported. You don't need to hold on to everything. They're signals that tell your nervous system you're not under threat, you can relax. They're signals that tell your whole body it's okay, you can let go. And when those signals are repeated consistently, fat loss starts to follow as a natural side effect. But remember, progress after 60 is measured differently. It's not just about the number on the scale. It's measured in steadier energy throughout the day. It's measured in getting better, more restorative sleep. It's measured in feeling less stiffness when you wake up in the morning. It's in improved balance and a growing, wonderful sense of control over your own health. These are the real victories. You do not need extreme diets. You do not need exhausting, punishing workouts. And you absolutely do not need to punish yourself for past choices. What you need are simple, sustainable habits that you can actually stick with. If you commit to the eating approach you learned about today, even if you do it imperfectly, you are already moving in the right direction. That's a huge win. So, be patient with your body. It's been through a lot. Be consistent with your meals, and above all, be kind to yourself. Over the next 30 days, I want you to focus on how you feel, not just what you see in the mirror. Let comfort guide you. Let nourishment lead the way. And most importantly, please remember this: your best years of strength, confidence, and independence are not behind you. They are being built right now through the small, powerful choices you make today. Thank you so much for spending this time caring for your health. Stay steady, stay hopeful, and let's take this journey one calm step at a time. I'll see you in the next video.